What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here today, starting off with 2017 proper season. Today taking on the Melbourne Storm at Mount Smart. Still playing in the under-20s, so I think this may potentially be the last season that I can play under-20s before I am, I guess, too old to play for it. So this season's going to need to be a big season for us. It's going to need to be a big season for the Warriors, and hopefully with that we can manage to go and pick up a contract with a senior side, whether it's the Warriors or whether we move on somewhere else. I would like to keep it going with the Warriors because, wow, that's the thumbnail that I've got, and it would be nice not to have to change it. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I think the good. I think the fixture list for the NRL was announced, I think over the weekend maybe, or it might have been Thursday. Anyway, it was announced last week sometime. And I think Christchurch, from memory, someone was actually telling me that Christchurch is getting a game. I think the Panthers possibly have signed a 4-year deal with the NRL to bring a game to the Garden City every year, which I think is really good because, I mean, the Warriors never did it. They never have done it. And the Tigers used to do it, actually, before we had all the earthquakes and stuff. The Tigers always used to come and play at the old AMI Stadium, before it was obviously taken down in the earthquake. Final tackle. And what are we going to do here? We're going to take a cheeky point. That's what we're going to do. Field goal, baby. Yeah, points on the board. Love it. Should have actually probably gone for a grubber. But, hey, we can't complain about points on the board. 1-0 after 11 minutes. And that seems to be, you just want to get those points on the board early on. Beautiful. Great start. Points on the ball, but I guess probably not a 1. You really do want that try, or worst comes worst, maybe even a penalty rather than just a field goal. But what a great run. I'm not sure who that was by, but a great run. I think that was the prop from memory. So, yeah, pretty exciting that they are going to be getting a game down here in Christchurch. So, one, it means that I don't have to go to Auckland, obviously, to go and watch a game. But yeah, secondly, I think it is good for the game down here as well, and I think like more New Zealand sports codes need to will start doing stuff like this. And I had a conversation, it was probably a while ago, I think on one of my very first Wellington Phoenix videos on FIFA 16, and just saying about how it would be good if the Phoenix went and I guess took games to more locations rather than just Wellington. And I know they play games in Auckland or even on the North Shore, but same thing. Yeah, it would be good if they went and did that. It's going to grow, I guess, not just the fan base in the city that they're going to, but it's going to help out, I guess, the local game and the competition as a whole. I mean, like, I think if the Phoenix did play a few more games down here, I think like a few more people would probably go to Canterbury United games. I think it would get people, more involved and stuff in the club as well. I mean, like the Phoenix, when I was looking, because obviously things not looking too flash for them at the moment, and like I was looking at memberships and stuff for them, and you can get, like, even if you don't, that's a good take and goal. No one around him, but very solid under the high ball. But like you can go and without actually living in Wellington and going to the games, like you can get a package. It's like I think it's called a non-ticket package. Like, don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, but I think from memory it was about $50. You become a member, obviously, of the Phoenix, and I think you do get one match day ticket as well. So if you do head up to Wellington, or if they do have a game down in Christchurch, which they do have next year, I think towards the end of January, you can go and obviously use that to go and get in. You get some stuff, just all the membership stuff that you get from most things. That's a poor decision to call for the ball there. But a good offload by Cliffy, and he's away. Not me, but one of the players. God, we are offloading like crazy, and we're still going. We're only on the 3rd tackle here, and we've been going forever. There we go, up almost now to the 30, so that's incredible. So yeah, I was looking at possibly going and doing that, but I was actually looking at going up to Wellington for a game, but that never really eventuated as such. So what are we going to do here? Oh God. Surely that's played at. No, I kind of just kicked it into him more than anything. So, but yeah, that's something that, I mean, people could possibly look at going and doing. And I don't know if the Warriors offer a similar sort of package where you can go and be, you know, get that, I guess, out-of-town membership, you would say. Because that would be quite cool, and I think there would be like a lot of people that, you know, that are die-hard Warriors fans that can't, well, you know, maybe they can't afford to go up to Auckland, or maybe they can't get up there in some way. You know, it is good for them that they can still obviously be a part of the club, you know, without necessarily having to go to all their, you know, without necessarily going to a home game. I mean, like, I'd probably do that. As I said, I'm looking at doing it with the Phoenix. Just go up. I was looking at actually heading up to quite a few more games, but there we go. So 1-0 in the first half, thanks to that field goal from the first set, I believe it was, from us. And that's the difference going into the half. So if this game finishes 1-0, not only is it going to be quite funny, but it's going to be ironic that we've gone and kicked the field goal, you know, inside the first 20 minutes to win the game. Oh no, he got stuck. He got stuck. He was going for the tackle. He just got... that's annoying. Oh, Cliffy, round the outside. Beautiful. Under the post, son. You've got it. Beautiful. Just the wrap around on the outside. Beautiful work from the 5'8". It wasn't even... like, I was actually just trying to fend, and I just ran straight past him. I don't know what the fullback was doing, but a try. So we've got 5 points in the game so far. Abbey, who I think is still playing for us. No, it is Aaron Clark who's kicking the goal. So maybe Brad Abbey has moved on. But he's added on the 2. So 7-0 to the Warriors after 44 minutes. We get our try. Another try, which we have actually been scoring quite recently. Well, quite a few recently, I should say, which is a good thing. We really are starting to get, I guess, more involved in the game, taking more hit-ups, getting to the line more often, finding those holes, obviously, in the defence, and just making, I guess, more of a nuisance of ourselves. That's a bit of a pain that he's gone and held me down there. I can't get back into position, but it's just the Warriors style of play, you know, just throw the ball around, hope for the best. And I was actually reading through comments, I can't remember if it was last week's video or a previous video, and a lot of people are saying they're talking up the Warriors' chances next season, which, I mean, with the signings that they have made, obviously Isaac Luke and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, you know, they should be in a pretty good position to go, and, you know, a lot of people are saying that they should win the grand final, or at least make it to the grand final. I think if they make it, you know, make it to the last 4, I think that's going to be a pretty successful season. As I said, 2 players don't make a team. You know, there are plenty of, obviously, other factors that go into it. Not just on-field factors, but off-field factors as well. And, you know, it doesn't always work out. You know, like sometimes players don't gel. I mean, we kind of saw that, I guess, a bit with Sam Tompkins. There was a lot of talk going around that he was the best fullback in the world before he did go and sign with the Warriors. And just things just never really fell into place for him. So we might actually wear up a bit of time and take a penalty goal. For some reason, I've been subbed off. Had an amazing game so far, and they've subbed me off. But we're going to take the penalty goal. Hopefully that is going to be another 2 points, which it is. So we stretch it out to 9-0. And we've come back on defending with just under 13 minutes left to go. So if we can keep it out here, obviously 9 points now. So we are, we're a little bit adrift. Obviously 2 tries would still be enough for the Storm to go and pick up the win, but hopefully we can defend this set well and just, well, all we need to do is just hold them out. Should have been a strip. Brad Abbey would have stripped that. That's definitely not Brad Abbey that's playing there now. There's that first try that they needed, so a little bit shaky now. I mean, if they miss this conversion, still not the end of the world. A converted try for the Storm would see them still take the lead. So, and we've been subbed off again. What are you using me for? This is what you're using me for. Attacking playmaker. With an outrageous offload. Come on, quick play of the ball. Oh, I wanted it. I wanted you to come back into the middle of the field so I could try and pop another field goal. That is just terrible. That hasn't even gone over the dead ball line it's gone over the in-goal sideline. That's how bad that drop goal was. But Cliffy, in the end, he gets 5 points. Obviously wins the penalty that allows us to get the other 2. So 9-4 in our first game against the Storm this season. Good to start off with a win, especially against such a strong Melbourne Storm side. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter links that can be found down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Semi-finals week of Cliffy's Champions League. Make sure you do not miss that.